Make an opening statement before we open it up for questions.
You bet.
Right?
Well, first of all, it was great to get the trophy back, and we're certainly excited about our performance. We felt like it was important to get a fast start. We started faster today. Hawaii they hung in there, and eventually I think we just got the upper hand. We were more physical tonight, so pleased with that. So at this time, any questions? Okay, questions? Okay, Michael, I think you're up. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Last week I think you guys ran for a $128, gave up a lot of yards. I know this team is always built on running the ball and playing defense, and you guys really seem like you got back to that today. You ran for 281 and gave up 233 or something. What was the difference between last week's effort and tonight's effort?
Well, I think the biggest thing was we were able to control the line of scrimmage, specifically on offense. And then what we were able to do was really make them one-dimensional to where, we knew that they had some semblance of a running game, but if we could take that away, then that allowed us to open up a lot of different calls, which we were able to do. And then we got some pressure on the quarterback. So I think the lines of scrimmage really were in our favor tonight, both on the defensive side of the ball and then specifically on the offensive side of the football. I thought our runs, our tailback runs, we ran Levi some, but we generated a lot of runs by the line of scrimmage moving. And then I thought our tailbacks, both the tailbacks played extremely hard and ran extremely hard tonight, and that was a big difference in this ball game compared to the last one. Davis, you're up.
Hey, Craig, you guys sort of had that hiccup at the end of the first half where you didn't come up with points on that drive. Hawaii gets it back. They score that touchdown. How important was that scoring drive for you guys, I guess, midway through the third quarter to sort of take that momentum back?
Well, I was really concerned about it, Davis. That's a great point because we felt like I think we were first and goal on the 4-yard line. And, we knew Hawaii had the ability to score quickly. And I was concerned at halftime. We talked to our team and we addressed that. And I thought it showed some real poise and composure and resolve of our football team to come out and reestablish momentum, because sometimes when you lose it, it's hard to regain it. And it was a credit to our coaches and our players to go out and reestablish that momentum. Tracy.
Able to have the two running backs now, how much do you think that helps Valladay keep his strength?
Well, I think it's imperative, and Trey really ran hard tonight and made some excellent runs, and X has got some really, I guess, unique ability to put his foot and be elusive and then keep on spinning. He's got great balance, and so to have a 1-2 punch like that really makes a difference between, X is not, he's not over 200 pounds, and so for him, now he had quite a few carries, but he's not a 230-pound back, and for us to have a 1-2 punch like that really makes a big difference. Yeah, Davis.
Hey, Craig, I know you guys like to run the ball, but almost 60 attempts tonight. Is that something that you guys saw specifically from Hawaii's defense and what they were doing?
Well, it was a combination, how they were lined. We were a little bit encouraged when we went into it because we saw some of the things, how they aligned with Fresno. We felt like we might be able to exploit some runs. And then what really became apparent was, Hawaii started to stunt quite a bit, and we were able to get movement at the point of attack and pop some bigger runs. So, this is one of our trademarks. If we can handle the line of scrimmage and run the football and play defense, that's a great winning formula here. Yeah, Cody, go ahead.
Greg, last week, Carson Strong throws for 420 yards. Tonight, you guys hold Xavien to 106. What was the big difference tonight with your secondary?
Well, you know what? I think we challenged the receivers more. Last week, I thought we were a little bit passive, and we adjusted some things. And then, as I said earlier, once again, we were able to eliminate a lot of their primary runs and that allowed us to get into some different looks and then pressure the quarterback more. You know, it was a combination of coverage and the four-man rush. Go ahead, Michael.
You know, last week, obviously, that interception didn't go your way. This week, you have the ball that bounced off like 10 different guys and picked up. You know, I think it was 17-7 at that point. Hawaii was still really kind of in it. Did that kind of feel like the backbreaker for them?
I felt like if we could score on that drive, it was going to change the complexion of the game, and it certainly did. And so, you know, that ball's going to bounce certain ways, and it was great that it bounced up in the air. I think Chuck Hicks picked it up, and I thought he was going to score, but that quarterback's pretty nifty there and got him out of bounds. Tracy.
See Levi come in and start from the startup tonight, knowing for a week to get ready for tonight. Did you see him a lot more comfortable, a lot more what you wanted?
He made improvements. There's still things he's got to do to work to improve his game, but you know, just the number of reps that he was able to take and knowing that he was going to play the whole game, I think made a difference. Even though last week he knew he was going to play some, you know, it was going to maybe be a series or two. Tonight, knowing that you're going to be the starter coming in, I think his preparation was better this week. Yeah, Cody.
Craig, how is Ravonte Holt doing, and how impressed have you been with your front four? A bunch of young guys with all the opt-outs. They have played really well, especially Jordan Bergnolli for one.
Yeah, Bert did some exceptional things tonight, and it's great to see those guys go out there and competing. We'll know a little bit more about Ravonte tomorrow. We're in hopes that we'll have him back this next week, but so much of it's going to be contingent upon, you know, how he responds in this next 24 hours.
On that same note, Craig, Chuck Hicks, not only the interception, he had a sack, he was all over the field. Did you kind of see him grow up tonight?
Well, certainly did. He's had a good whatever fall camp that we had. He's played really well, and it was great to see him come up with some big plays tonight.
Any other questions for Coach?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, guys, we've got Xazavian Valladay here, so we'll open it up for questions. Michael, go ahead.
Alex, you know, last week probably didn't have the game that you would have liked. This week, you and Trey really kind of ran wild. What was the difference between, you know, what we saw in Reno and what we saw tonight?
Well, first off, giving honor to the guy who's ahead of my life, you know, I appreciate him for just, you know, giving me the opportunities to stay healthy. But to answer your question, you know, I just feel like we just had to find ourselves, find our motive, you know, find out who we are, you know, because we didn't play for a while, and, you know, the corona happened, and so, you know, just fast forward into now, you know, we just had to get back to finding who we are and just, you know, running the ball and dishing the ball out to the wide receivers and, you know, just finding out just who we are, just sticking to our game plan.
Just self-regulate.
X, I imagine the offensive line wasn't thrilled with their performance last week. Did you see a bunch of grumpy guys up front that wanted to prove something tonight?
No, we all wanted to make a statement tonight because we all knew that we didn't play and have our best performance. We didn't put our best foot forward down last week. So, you know, coming into this game against Hawaii, we just had to make a statement. No matter you know what came across, you know, no matter what adversity we had to face, we just know that we had to go out and be 1-0 today, and that's what we did.
Sure.
Ray, how much does it mean to have someone else in the backfield that can pick up the load for you once in a while and give you a breather?
It's really great, you know, just because, like you guys asked last time, just, you know, what it's like to have all these running backs behind me and behind Trey and just, you know, everyone that's, you know, that has depth. It feels good because, you know, nobody has a lot of injuries and, you know, things doesn't get, you know, too worrisome for myself and, you know, Coach Vegan and Coach Bohl. So just having those guys that can rotate and, you know, back each other up and back me up it's a blessing to have those guys behind me. And, you know, it's a brotherhood that we have, and I'm really thankful for Trey, and I'm thankful for just the group and the family that we have on this team.
Next, does it boost you guys' confidence as an offense when you see the defense go out there and force all those punts and get turnovers like that and get you the ball back?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Does it give you guys a boost of confidence as an offense when the defense goes out there and either forces a punt or a turnover as much as they did tonight?
Definitely, just because you know that those guys, if we go 3 and out and those guys they have our back and they force a 3 and out, just give us another opportunity to go out and make a play. And we made a lot of plays today, so hats off to the defense, hats off to the defensive coordinator and just Coach Bohl and everybody that game plan for Hawaii. We did a great job, and we're very thankful for that.
Michael?
Yeah, obviously you guys, toward the end of last year, you were running the ball really, really well, and then obviously in that Arizona Bowl, you had a huge game. You guys were kind of rolling, running the ball at the end of that last year. Did tonight kind of feel like picking up where you left off?
It did. It felt comfortable just, having the ball in our hands, me and Trey. But, like I said, it feels good to have somebody that's behind me that, that could do the same things that I can. I just feel comfortable and just felt very happy just being in the place where I feel comfortable, and that's just running the ball.
Davis, do you have a question?
Yeah. You had that moment there late in the first half where you didn't come away with points, and then Hawaii scores their first touchdown there before the break. Did you guys talk about needing to come out and score in the third quarter to get that momentum back, sort of?
Yes, we did. And it started with Levi. He's leading the group now. That Sean's down. Levi, he stepped up, and he's been a great leader of our offense. So Levi, he gives us confidence in just the things that we need to go forward in the game, and we get those. He gets those other guys as far as the O-linemen and the rest of our teammates, and you just build that confidence up, and it just starts just by making plays.
Go ahead, Cody.
This is your 900-yard game in Laramie. Can you even believe that? What does it mean to you? And how quick are you going to be in the ice tub tonight?
Man, I'm definitely in the training room tomorrow, or probably tonight. I'm gonna get some type of treatment. But I'm just very excited and very pumped just to help my team out and put the team on my back, and just help Levi do whatever he needs to do just to get the win tonight and everything else.
Go ahead, Michael.
Last week, I think there were only 250 fans or so in the crowd in Reno. Tonight, obviously, over 6,000. We were up in here. We couldn't really hear the crowd. What was it like being out there? What was the crowd like?
The crowd was amazing today, especially on supporting the defense on those third downs, and just hearing the crowd when we make those big plays on the field on offense. We love the crowd, and shout out to the fans for making a huge impact and a turnaround for the game tonight, even though that we had our ups and downs facing adversity. So it was great energy out there, and we appreciate everyone that came out and supported us. And go Pokes.
Anything else for Xavian? Thanks, X.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Y'all take care.
Okay, guys, we got Levi here. Questions for Levi? Go ahead, Michael.
Levi, how much easier is your life made when you got guys running for 281 yards?
Man, it makes life really easy. We've got two really good, solid running backs back there, and they took the load today. And really impressed with our offensive line. Dominating the line of scrimmage. Obviously, the passing game has to get better and needs to get better. We left a lot on the table. Shout out to Hawaii though. They did some things that we didn't expect them to do, and they had a lot of perfect calls to the perfect play. So.
Go ahead, Cody.
Levi, speaking of perfect calls and perfect plays, that sack you took down at the goal line, is that something where as a young quarterback you have to call out where you think the blitz is coming from? Is that the offensive line? Is that Keaton Kreider? How does that work?
So on that play, we've been kind of working on it all week, and we were supposed to be protected, and we just miscommunicated on the O-line on the left side and just let a guy free. They green dogged, so our tackle tried to help out our guard and let the linebacker come free and get a clean hit. So.
Go ahead, Davis.
Levi, did you feel like coming out of the locker room at the start of the second half that you guys needed to put together a scoring drive, given the way the first half ended and only having a 3-point lead at that point?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, offensively, we looked really good in the first two drives, I felt like, and then we just kind of stalled out. And part of that is because Hawaii did a lot of crazy stuff, kind of controlled chaos on defense, if you will. But offensively, we just got to get rolling the entire game, and I think that's it's going to be a big thing. And coming out of the locker room, we definitely needed to score and kind of make a statement in this game. So.
Go ahead, Cody.
X said that you're the one who stepped up kind of at halftime and kind of lit a fire under the guys. Can you divulge at all what you told everybody?
Man, I just told them that we just need to keep working. We just need to keep pushing, and they're going to break. Hawaii's a great team, but I know that our team is tough, and that's one of our staples. And I just told them that they're going to break eventually, and when they do, we need to be able to capitalize on that. And, our defense played really, really well tonight. Only allowing 7 points and having so many turnovers, and I mean that was really pivotal in the game. Letting us get back on the field and do our work. So.
Davis.
Levi, for you specifically, where do you feel like the improvement needs to come in the passing game? Is it a mechanics thing, or just getting comfortable being the starter now, or what is it?
I would say the biggest thing is kind of just chemistry with different blocking schemes and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, Hawaii had a lot of controlled chaos stuff where they might leave a guy uncovered, but they're bringing 6, 7, 8 guys. And we don't have enough to block them. So, just being more consistent. I felt like I started good, but, at the end of the day, I don't feel like I played, well enough. So.
Anything else for Levi? Thanks, Levi.
Thank you.
Thanks, Levi.
Okay, guys, we got Cole Godbout here. Questions for Cole? Go ahead, Michael.
Cole, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Last week the defense had its issues. Tonight, you guys gave up 7 points and only gave up 233 yards. I mean, what can you say about what you saw from the defense tonight?
I don't know. I think we played a lot more together. I feel like last year, I don't know, we weren't really unified, and there were some gaps in our play. But I think we made some adjustments. Coach always says most improvements made from first game to the second game, and I think we upheld that.
Davis, go ahead.
Oh, how much different was this Hawaii offense tonight in the way it attacked, compared to those traditional Hawaii offenses that usually, air it out so much?
Honestly, I remember, I didn't exactly play in, the last offense, the last time we played Hawaii, but they typically, we're an air raid team, and I just think, we were hammering them up front, and so they had to, kind of try to do what they could, and I honestly don't know what to say there. I'm sorry.
Cody, go ahead.
Yeah.
Cole, obviously you've got off to a great start yourself personally, but what can you say about Jordan and what he's done so far and what you guys keep being able to do, whether Revonte Holt's in there, the opt-outs, you guys just seem to keep reloading there in the middle.
Yeah, I think Jordan really stepped up to the plate. He wasn't exactly, I always knew he had potential, and I think he really just, stepped up to the plate. We had two big guys opt out. We didn't know if Revonte was going to be back. And I think he really stepped up, and I think he's had a huge impact for our team.
Go ahead, Michael.
Just sort of momentum-wise, how big was that interception from Chuck Hicks?
Oh, honestly, it was huge. I know we were looking for something on defense. We were looking for any sort of, jump start. We always try to get turnovers, win that turnover margin. And, when that ball popped up and I saw Chuck get that, that was huge. I could hear in the fans. I saw it in our players. And, yeah.
Other questions for Cole? Cole, thanks. Congrats.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it. You guys have a good one.
Cool.